What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we're going to be talking about the rainbow version of the new LR exchange unit Teen Super Saiyan Gohan and Super Saiyan Trunks and Goten unit here. So we did do a 55% video on this unit. They actually were pretty impressive at 55%. And I've done a couple of videos already of using these units at like 100%. So you guys may have seen that, but I'm going to actually dedicate this video to just checking this unit out specifically. So that we can actually see, you know, how well this unit performs. Now, this is kind of the build that I ended up going with. I went with basically full additional, and then gave the rest to dodge. Mainly why is because in his passive, so passive wise, he doesn't have like any kind of crit in here or anything like that, obviously. But when Gohan supers on his 12 key super, he raises attack for 4 turns, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and raises chance of performing a crit by 10% for 4 turns. Now, obviously, the more times that he supers, the more times that 10% chance goes up. So if he does, you know, 3 supers, then now we have a 30% chance for 4 turns, etc., etc., etc. And then those would stack on with something like this, which on his 18 key raises defense for a turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, raises chance of performing a critical hit by 58% for 1 turn. So you start doing something like this that gives you 58%. You stack a couple of these, you know, together. Next thing you know, he's got a 100% chance to crit. So this guy doesn't need any kind of crit. You basically just want to go like full additional on him and throw the rest into dodge. But this guy is a very good like defensive unit by himself. Getting 250% defense here when he gets attacked. First turn when he's out, he gives support of 30% attack and defense to all allies and has 40% damage reduction. He also, when there's another hybrid Saiyan or bond parent or child category ally on the team, he gives all allies an additional 30% attack and defense and a chance to perform a crit for 15%. With 1 rainbow orb, he gets an extra 200% defense, 38% damage reduction. And when you use his active skill, he basically does change half the field into rainbow, half the field into INT. So then you can get 12 or more INT key spheres. That gives him the extra 258% defense, 20% damage reduction, and then all allies get 58% attack and defense for 2 turns, except himself. So Gohan himself is actually a very good tank unit, and actually a very good support unit. And then when you switch over to the Goten and Trunks portion of the card, these are the guys that actually just do the most damage. Kind of like Kale and Caulifla with their reversible exchange unit. Caulifla is more of the support unit with dodging, etc., etc. And then you have Kale, who just comes out that just does big Oonga Boonga damage. So these guys are kind of the same way. So they have, with 1 key sphere, for 1 time only, they have a 77% chance to dodge. With 2 or more type key spheres, they get 100% attack and 100% defense when receiving an attack. With 4 or more type key spheres, they launch an additional super and guard all attacks. Per youth category ally on the team, they get 200% attack and a chance of evading enemies' attacks up 10%. Per hybrid Saiyan category ally on the team, they get 100% defense. And then when they receive a super, they have a chance of evading enemies' attacks up 15%. All allies get 3 key and 30% attack and defense within the turn. And youth category allies get a chance of evading up 5% for 2 turns. So these guys really want youth characters on the team. Essentially, I think the only one I may need to switch out is maybe Beast Gohan, because I don't think you're definitely not on youth. Yeah, so we can swap out Beast Gohan, change him out. I think you're not on youth either. No, so he's not on youth. So we can do this. We'll swap these 2 out, but let's make sure that we keep our hybrid Saiyans. and youth units. So I'm not going to bring the Super EZA, Goten, and Trunks because I'm going to do a separate video on them to showcase them as well. So we're not going to bring them. And unfortunately, I can't bring this Gotenks because he needs a final trump card unit to get his like defensive capabilities. And there is no other units on here that can really help. I guess we could bring like this Goten because he is gifted warriors or siblings bond. Here it is. So gifted warriors or siblings bond category allies get 3 key and 60% attack and defense. So, you know, we could maybe bring him. He might be a nice little support option. And then for the last unit, I guess we could bring like you. You would work theoretically. I mean, we could bring like this Goten, maybe like the Trunks unit, because they are also support units too for Kamehameha. So like we could bring them, but I think we'll just kind of avoid them. Yeah, so we'll just go like this, you know, just kind of we'll do a video. We're just gonna showcase the units. You know, if we die, it's whatever. I'm not worried about, you know, clearing the event or anything of that sort. So let's get in here and let's turn that off and let's hop in here and see how well these units will perform. Okay, perfect. So we got my Gohan right off the get-go. Okay, so there's a lot of super attacks right there. Slot 1. You know, I kind of joined into the wrong fight. I wanted to do the Omega Shenron fight, but this is fine. I'm not too worried about it. So right here, we got what? Yeah, so we only got 3 links active. We'll have more links active once we actually, you know, get orbs. So what we mainly want to do is we want to make sure we get the rainbow orbs. So get that. So now we have Kamehameha and legendary power active as well. So now we're sitting at 512k defense. Just immediately we got those orbs. Boom. Shot up in defensive capabilities. So that's kind of what we want to see out of this unit. We are also getting support from this Pan back here. She is a 60% support unit. So is 60 or 66%? It's one of the two. I'll have to double check, but she is a very good support unit. Okay, so there's our 250% defense that we just got as well. Okay, so 50 million is what we're starting out with, huh? That's not bad. Not bad. It's starting out for turn 1, 50 million. And then into a 31 million. So he does hit kind of about as hard as like the Rose, the blue Goku. He's kind of like on par with those units. Okay, so we have a very high chance to crit now, as you guys can see. And this is obviously do like nothing to us. But yeah, I'm sure we can definitely, you know, finish this fight. Then we can hop into the other fight. You know, kind of gets a little bit of a longer fight. So that way we can actually see like Goten and Trunks in action as well. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll actually leave. We'll leave it like this because we really do want to make sure that we have those Goten and Trunks. We do want to make sure that they're going to be on the rotation when we do, you know, swap over to Goten and Trunks. And then we are getting 60% support, obviously, from this Goten at the very tail end here. Okay, so these guys, perfect. Every time they dodge, they are raising their attack, so that's good. I mean, I've seen these guys hit very hard because of this new LR, which is kind of crazy because these guys did get their EZA during Worldwide Celebration of last year. So, you know, the fact that they got it worldwide last year and then now this year they're hitting on par with like 50 to 60 million attack stats. That is how you age a unit, you know, with the help of new units like this. Now, of course, the biggest thing is It is actually the fact that the Gohan here does the GOTEN and Trunks, when we swap over to them, we pop their active skill. They do give 20% attack and defense to youth category characters for like the entirety of the fight. So, you know, we had to throw those into the video as well. Okay, so what I really want to do here is I'm going to save the active skill with this Gohan because I'm going to wait until we're going to throw him off rotation. And then we're going to what we're going to do is we'll actually bring him back with the other rotation of the GOTEN and Trunks. We'll pop the active skill then because that'll give what the active skill itself will do. We'll change like the key spheres to INT and rainbow. And then once we pick him up with the Gohan, he'll be able to give that 58% attack and defense to all allies. So of course, you know, we want to make sure that we get a nice little massive support for our boys there. But I will say the one thing we can do, however, is we can actually use the active skill with the GOTEN and Trunks, however, because what they do is they give 20% attack and defense to all youth category characters for the whole battle. So everybody on the team is going to be getting a nice support buff. And of course, you know, that's exactly what we want. We want to make sure we get some nice support going, helping out the entire rotation. You know, we love stuff like that. We love units that support and do good damage. Now, unfortunately, the GOTEN and Trunks will not be supporting anything. They'll just be our massive damage dealers. Well, never mind. Gohan is dead and we cannot do what we were trying to do. I was actually not expecting that whatsoever right there. That completely caught me off guard. But you know what? It is fine. I did want to hop into this event right here. Why did that Trunks hit so hard, by the way? Okay, we're just going to bring the same team right here. We're not going to bring that. And what we'll do is we'll just bring a Ghost Usher, just the very, very off chance that we need to use it. So let's hop in and try this again. All right, so hopefully this time, you know, we don't get some kind of weird sneaky rain or super attack that just kind of demolishes us. Okay, so what we really want to do is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this Gohan off of rotation. I think it is what might need to be the move, so that way we can get him on rotation with the GOTEN and Trunks, and then we can kind of transform them, like, you know, transform right away, or do the exchange right away, pop the active skills, get all the buffs going, and, you know, be able to get a really nice like attack stat. So I think that's probably what we're going to try to do here. And then let's give you this, make sure we give you the nice little extra support that you need. Yeah, so far from using this unit, I've actually had a lot of fun using them. They, like this Gohan portion especially, he's very, very tanky. Like much tankier than a lot of other units. I mean, it is, you know, pretty impressive with the damage reduction that he's got. and stuff like that. So it does make sense. Yeah, this Goten right here, he is kind of a glass cannon. Well, not even glass cannon. He doesn't even do that much damage. We just need him for his dodge abilities, basically. But he is giving that 60% support, which is actually like a very nice support number that they've been doing to units. Yeah, 60% support is very, very good support. So here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to go ahead and turn this off because I just don't want that to play next turn with Gohan again. So yeah, we can just do this. We can leave you in slot 1. Obviously, we're not going to be able to build up the Goten and Trunks right away, but it's okay. I guess I could have put him in slot 1 if I could have, you know, got a couple dodges in and got fully built up right away, but maybe it may have been a misplay, but with my luck, they probably would have got supered right there, died, and we would have had to start all over again. Now, the nice thing is these guys also give support when they super first. So that's the other thing that we want to make sure that we do. We want to get their active skill going, so that way we can, you know, get that dodge with them. They can get the nice super attack first, give us the support, and, you know, we can kind of crush it from there. Okay, so this Gohan definitely has his support going now. We'll just give you this, and we'll give you all of those orbs right there. Oh yeah, this guy just loves to super and stun and seal you. I don't think he does much damage. He's just annoying because he always supers in slot 1. What do we want? We definitely want Gohan to kill. Yeah, I want Gohan to make sure that he kills here. Because we want to see those attack stats next turn. Oh, that's right. He does that. And okay, yeah, that's so terrible, man. Okay, so he literally just ruined everything that I had planned. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, well, let's do this. We'll swap over to you guys. Well, let's do this actually. I'll go into the friend here. We'll pop the friend's active skill. Because the friend's active skill will give us the 20% attack and defense buff. So let's do that. Let's go here. Let's go ahead and pop this. Yeah, that's still one of the best like KO screens right there. Everybody loves that KO screen, I'm sure of it. Okay. So now, of course, we got Oceanus, who probably will hit hard. I'm sure of it. But, you know, we are getting support from Goten. We're getting support from Pan. So I think we might be okay. Okay, Gohan got that extra 200% defense right there. Oh, and he dodged that. That's beautiful. I built my Gohan with dodge, so yes, that's great. Okay, so it's kind of the problem. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna have to get the Gohan on rotation again. Then we're gonna have to throw him off rotation again. Like, I might be able to do it. It's going to be a little rough, but I think we can do it. We may have to utilize our ghost ushers coming up. But you know what? We might be able to do it. But I don't know. These guys, These guys are the ones that kind of hit are a little bit harder. Okay, so let's do this. So right here, GOTEN and TRUNKS. So what they now do is, so we missed this opportunity. Well, actually we didn't technically, because we never got a key sphere one time. So we can still get this active with 2 or more type key spheres obtained. They get 100% attack. With 4 or more, you know, we launch the additional super and guard all attacks. We're getting this, like, per youth category ally on the team, we're getting this massive 200% buff per youth category, because the whole team is nothing but youth category. And hybrid Saiyans, we got the extra 500% defense here. So right here, we're sitting at 730k defense. We do have, yeah, 5 out of 7 links active. So let's put them right here in slot 1. Give you guys all these orbs right here. We'll just give you this because it doesn't really matter. And we'll give you some rainbow and INT. Okay, so there's the dodge. It's 91 million is what we're starting out with. Now it's 91 million with basically the only support we're getting is from the Gohan, because the Gohan is a super class support unit. What I really want to do is, again, I want to be able to throw the Gohan off rotation. Essentially, I want to throw him off, get him back on there, and then pop the support. We'll be able to use like the GOTEN version, or the GOTEN and TRUNKS version of the friend unit, to link up and, you know, be able to do like a massive attack stat. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and pop Gohan's active skill here. We'll just try to get through this phase as quickly as we can. All right, that is still one of my favorite active skills that, you know, this Gohan's got. So let's do this. Just give you this. We'll just give you this. And we'll give you all of that right there. All right, Gohan, survive this, right? Yeah, we survived that. Everyone's been talking about this Gohan and saying that he's like fallen off and stuff like that, but nah. Don't ever disrespect my goat like that. This Gohan is still good no matter what anybody says. Dude, 14 million out of this little support unit GOTEN is pretty solid. I mean, granted, we do have a lot of like links active with, you know, this GOTEN and TRUNKS and everything. Okay, so essentially what we can do here, so as long as we just survive this next turn, we can Ghost Usher afterwards. No. Dude. You've got to be kidding me, man. Like, you've literally just got to be kidding me. Dude, that right there has literally just ruined everything that I wanted to do. And there's Supering Pan in slot 1. So now, like, I have to Ghost Usher because I don't want Pan to die. Which just, dude, it ruined literally everything. Everything I wanted to do just got ruined because of this one seal, or this one like lock right here. Man, now I'm bummed out because I don't know. I would have had like the perfect, almost basically like the perfect run right there to be able to do exactly what I wanted to do, and it just got completely overshadowed by the fact that we just we got just locked in the wrong spot. Like if they had just locked like the LR, Goten, and Trunks, that would have been perfect. We could have just threw Videl off and we would have been fine. But they locked Pan, and that just ruined it all. 96 million. And the problem is it's 96 million, but we weren't able to get the physical Goten and Trunks to super first to give us that extra attack buff that I was trying to get. Literally just ruined. Ice Shenron just ruined my video. I'm just saying. We're just gonna throw that out there. Ice ruined the video. I can't believe that just happened. That's crazy. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to get back to what we were trying to do, unfortunately. Especially not with this part of the fight right here. Wait, I'm sorry. Was that Goten's at 1,000,000 defense? Nah, that's insane. And that might be some insanity I don't think I've ever seen before. I mean, we're here for it, but that's insane. Also, this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is still hitting on par with, you know, these worldwide download celebration units. So he's still hitting pretty hard. And I mean, for someone that says he doesn't have survivability, that looks like survivability to me. Like people just hated on that Gohan for no reason. I just don't think they know how to use them. Okay, so here's the thing. As long as we should be able to survive at least this round. Maybe we can link like the Goten and Trunks together somehow. I don't even think they share that many links together is a problem. Let's find out. Yeah, like we should, okay, I mean we can get a couple more links right there. So let's do this. Let's pop Gohan's active skill now. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this first. All right, so that right there gives us, you know, obviously the half rainbow, half int orbs. But the one thing we want to do is we want to check this. So yeah, look at the Goten and Trunks now. They're sitting at 1,000,000 defense. We can actually get this right here. So we can get the 5 or the 12 int orbs. And then we can also get 4 rainbow orbs. So we can still give all that nice support to everybody. So let's go ahead and grab all of that. Let's go ahead and grab that for you guys. And so, yeah, so Gohan is now at 830,000 defense. So he kind of got buffed up a little bit from this. And then Pan will give you that. Okay, so what are we sitting at down there? 50 million. Okay. So Gohan as a support unit dropping 50 million attack stats, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm totally content with that. I don't want this Gohan to be that big of a damage dealer. Obviously, they have the damage dealing portion of their unit in the, you know, the back half with the Goten and Trunks. So I'm cool with what he's doing right here. Now, what I really wish we could have done is pop the Gohan active. We could have had the physical Goten and Trunks in slot 1, used their active skill, they would have dodged everything. And then when they did a super attack, they would have gave 60% extra attack to Goten, to this LR Goten and Trunks, and we would have had more links active. I mean, we still are sitting around, you know, 90 million attack stats. That's still very good. Now, call me crazy. Now, I think Pan's probably going to end up killing here. I was going to say, now, call me crazy. If we didn't finish the fight here, we may have like a odd... Oh, you know what? We may have a world where we might still be able to do this. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna happen, but there might be a world where we can still make this happen. Okay, he's not supering, so that's good. You know what? Maybe this can happen. Okay, so what if we just do this? Give you that. Give you that. And Gohan, give you 9 orbs. Maybe. So next turn we can pop a Ghost Usher. We can just try to not do as much damage. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because like this Omega is pretty tanky, but we might still be able to do it. The only problem is we're not going to have the Gohan active skill anymore. That's going to give us that nice buff, sadly. So we are going to be missing out on the buff. It is unfortunate, but you know, I guess it just kind of is what it is at this point. Gohan should survive this, right? Just kidding. 3.3 million, huh? Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just hop into a portion of the fight where I can get that going real quick, and then we'll just cut right to it because I want to make sure that we actually get that in the video. All right, so we finally have like the turn that I've been trying to get to. Okay, so essentially what we're going to be doing here is, so we're going to pop this first active skill right here. So this is going to just give us basically full dodge. That's giving us full dodge capabilities. Next, we're going to pop the Goten and Trunks active skill. So what this is going to do is give us the 20% attack and defense to youth category. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so next what we want to do is we want to make sure that we grab all the orbs first. Are we serious? Hold on, let me restart that real quick. Okay, so now that we've restarted, now we have a better chance. So now we get full orbage here. Yeah, so we pop the active skill with the Goten and Trunks first. So they're gonna 100% dodge everything. We pop the active skill with the Goten and Trunks. That gives us a 20% attack and defense support buff for all youth category allies. And now we're gonna pop the Gohan active skill. So what this is gonna do initially is, you know, do a little bit of damage here, but then it's gonna drop this little board right here. So with this, as long as we get 12 or more INT key spheres or 5 rainbow orbs, we get 258% attack or 258% defense and 20% damage reduction one time. And then all allies get 58% attack and defense for 2 turns. So as of right now, this Goten and Trunks is, we got 6 out of 7 links active. We're sitting at 864k defense, about an 11 million like attack stat right there. And we're gonna grab these orbs right here. So this is gonna give the 58% attack and defense to all units. So we're gonna see those numbers jump up right here when we go into this. Okay, so these guys, with them doing their super attack, what they are doing is they're giving a 30% attack and defense support to the rest of the attacking rotation. So right here, we're going to get a pretty good attack stat out of this Goten and Trunks. And I'm pretty excited to see. This is like the last part that I wanted to see out of this unit. 111 million, huh? There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Like, how much damage can these guys do? You know, pretty juiced up there into a 76 million. Yeah, these guys are insane. Again, like, I figured that they would be like a hard hitting unit, because essentially they are like the Kale and Caulifla exchange unit, where these guys do all the damage while Gohan does the support. So that was very good to see. I'm very happy to see that right there. The friend Gohan, by the way, is like 79%, so he's not fully rainbow, so his attack stat is a little bit lower than like what my Gohan was doing, but it's fine. We basically got to see like exactly everything in good scenarios of like what this unit would look like. And this isn't anything that is like out of the ordinary where you couldn't do in game. You could definitely get this like support in game. You could get a rotation just like this in game doing normal fights. So this isn't like, you know, something that's completely out of the ordinary where we had to go to extreme measures to get it done. It just took, you know, a couple turns just to make sure that we got the units on rotation with each other exactly where we wanted them to be. But there you guys go. There is the showcase for the rainbow version of the LR Super Saiyan Teen Gohan and the Trunks and Goten exchange unit. Definitely let me know down in the comments below what your guys' thoughts are on this unit. I personally think that they are a very fun unit. Again, they didn't match the theme of the celebration whatsoever, but you know what? With how good they made this unit, I think I'm okay with them dropping them right here in this spot. But again, do let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Brother Russia, the whale of whales, rainbow everything, buying all the sales. Dokkan battle, I reign supreme. 10K stones, it's not a dream.